the most powerful anime characters of all time, ranked. What's up, my divine family? It's your boy coming at you with the ultimate breakdown of the most busted, overpowered, reality-warping characters anime has ever created. We're talking about being so powerful they make even the strongest shounen protagonists look like absolute ants. These aren't just your average. My power level is over 9,000 characters. We're diving into the realm of literal gods, universe creators, and beings that could snap their fingers and erase existence itself. Now, before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, annihilate that subscribe button, and obliterate that notification bell so you never miss out when we drop these fire videos. Also, this list is based on official abilities, feats, and powers confirmed in their respective anime. No headcanon allowed. I've spent countless hours researching these characters, watching every episode, and analyzing their powers to bring you the definitive list of anime's most broken characters. Each of these beings has displayed power on a scale that goes far beyond your typical planet-busting, galaxy-destroying abilities. We're talking about characters who can manipulate reality, time, space, and the very concepts of existence. Some of them exist outside the boundaries of conventional dimensions, transcending the limits of what we can even comprehend. Whether they're from classic anime that shaped the medium or more recent shows that pushed the boundaries of what power scaling could be, these characters represent the absolute pinnacle of what creators have imagined possible within their universes. So buckle up, power scalers. This is going to be a mind-blowing journey through the most insanely powerful beings ever animated. Starting off at number 10, we have Enos Voldigode from The Misfit of Demon King Academy. A character who is so ridiculously overpowered that the entire show is basically just watching him flex on literally everyone else. This man cannot be killed. And I mean that literally, not figuratively. Enos has displayed the ability to resurrect himself instantly if someone actually manages to kill him, can destroy and recreate entire worlds with ease, manipulate souls, erase people from existence, and bend reality to his will. One of his most insane feats was when he literally killed someone with their own heartbeat. Let that sink in. He turned the simple act of a heart pumping blood into a lethal weapon. Enos also casually destroyed an entire realm with a single swing of his sword, reversed the flow of time, and has a regeneration ability so broken that he can come back from literally nothing. The reason he's only at number 10 is because while he's absolutely busted, the scale of his universe isn't quite as expansive as some of the others we'll get to. But make no mistake, within his own world, Enos is practically untouchable, with abilities that make most other powerful characters look like they're playing in the kiddie pool while he's surfing on tsunamis. His source of power is so deeply ingrained in the fundamental fabric of his world that to truly defeat him, you'd have to erase the concept of power itself, which, ironically, is something he could probably do to you. The creators literally designed him to be the ultimate. What if we made a character too powerful for their own story concept? And they succeeded spectacularly. Coming in at number 9, we have Rimuru Tempest from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. And before you start typing angry comments, just wait until you hear what this slime is capable of in the later parts of the series. By the end of the story, Rimuru has evolved from a humble slime to a multiversal entity with powers that break the laws of physics, reality, and common sense. After becoming a true dragon and then ascending to the status of a digital life form, Rimuru gained access to abilities that put him on par with the creators of the universe. He can exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, create and destroy universes, manipulate the fundamental laws of reality, and has accumulated literally thousands of skills and abilities that make him virtually omnipotent. His ultimate skill, Azathoth, allows him to create, destroy, and manipulate anything across all dimensions and realities, while his other ultimate skill, Seal, is a super-intelligent entity that can analyze and counter any attack or ability. Rimuru can also stop time, travel between different universes, manipulate probability, and has resistance to pretty much every conceivable form of attack or hack's ability. What makes Rimuru even more broken is that he keeps getting exponentially stronger without any real upper limit. By the end of the series, he's basically playing around with entire universes like they're toys in a sandbox. The only reason he's not higher on this list is because there are characters who exist on an even more abstract and conceptual level, but within the context of his own multiverse, Rimuru is effectively an unstoppable force of nature. Taking the number 8 spot is Featherine Augustus Aurora from Ominiko When They Cry. A character so powerful that she exists as a fundamental concept beyond the boundaries of the story itself. Featherine is a creator who exists outside the normal boundaries of reality, story, and narrative. She's essentially a living metaconcept who can rewrite the very nature of existence with nothing but her thoughts. What makes her particularly terrifying is that she doesn't just break the fourth wall. She exists beyond it as a fundamental truth. Featherine can literally treat entire universes and their histories as nothing more than stories that she can rewrite, edit, or delete at will. She can instantly kill beings of immense power by simply writing their deaths into the narrative, create and destroy endless infinities of universes, and manipulate the very concept of reality across all layers of existence. Her true form exists in a realm where concepts like time, space, reality, and possibility are nothing more than tools she can use however she pleases. The only reason Featherine isn't higher on this list is because there are characters who operate on even more abstract conceptual levels. But make no mistake, she is a meta-level entity who treats cosmic beings like their characters in a book she's writing. Her power is so vast that most conflicts don't even register to her. They're just minor plot points in an endless story that she's crafting for her own amusement. In her world, the difference between reality and fiction is meaningless because she transcends both concepts completely. At number 7, we have Xeno from Dragon Ball Super. The literal king of all existence in a franchise already known for its insane power scaling. While some might argue that other Dragon Ball characters should be here, none of them come close to Xeno's level of absolute authority over reality. This childlike deity has demonstrated the ability to instantly erase entire universes with nothing but a simple hand gesture. Not just destroying them, but completely removing them from existence as if they never were. In a series where characters struggle to destroy planets and eventually galaxies, Xeno casually wiped out multiple universes during the Tournament of Power arc without breaking a sweat. What makes Xeno particularly terrifying is that his power isn't based on ki or energy. It's the fundamental ability to decide what exists and what doesn't. There are no limits, no counters, and no resistance to his erasure. When Xeno decides something shouldn't exist, it simply ceases to be, regardless of its power level or abilities. Even the gods of destruction and angels, beings of immense cosmic power, fear and respect Xeno's authority. The only reason he isn't higher on this list is because his powers, while absolute within the Dragon Ball multiverse, are somewhat limited to erasure and basic creation. He doesn't manipulate higher concepts or transcend narrative layers like some of our other entries. But within his own cosmology, Xeno sits at the absolute peak of power, a being who could end all of existence with the same effort we use to change TV channels. Taking the 6th position is Demon Bane from the anime of the same name. A mecha that transcends the very concept of what a mecha should be capable of. This isn't just a powerful robot. We're talking about a machine that evolved to become an omnipotent, omniscient entity existing beyond all of time and space. The elder god Demon Bane's most broken ability is that it can summon infinite versions of itself from across all possible realities and timelines, creating an endless army of omnipotent beings to fight alongside it. Each of these versions is capable of destroying and creating multiverses, manipulating fundamental cosmic principles, and existing outside the normal boundaries of reality. Demon Bane can literally rewrite the laws of physics across all realities, manipulate probability to make the impossible possible, and exists in a state that transcends normal concepts of existence. Its power is so vast that it fought against and defeated beings that existed beyond all dimensions, realms, and realities. Cosmic horrors of the Cthulhu mythos that operated on a scale that makes galactic destruction look like child's play. The Deus Machina version of Demon Bane exists at a level where concepts like size and power become meaningless. It's simultaneously infinitely large and small, everywhere and nowhere, all-powerful and beyond the concept of power itself. The only reason it's not higher on our list is because there are entities that exist on even more abstract conceptual levels, but in terms of sheer destructive capability and concept-breaking abilities, Demon Bane represents one of anime's most extreme examples of power escalation. At number 5, we have Kami Tenchi from the Tenchi Mayo series, a being so powerful that his true nature transcends understanding even within his own universe. Kami Tenchi exists as the supreme being of the Tenchi Mayo multiverse, existing beyond all dimensions, concepts, and realities. What makes Kami Tenchi particularly broken is that he exists as the ultimate source from which everything else flows. He doesn't just create universes. He is the fundamental principle that allows reality to exist in the first place. His power so far exceeds normal comprehension that most of the godlike beings in his cosmos, who themselves can create and destroy universes, can't even perceive his true nature. Kami Tenchi exists beyond the concept of dimensions altogether, in a state where even infinitely layered multiverses are just tiny fragments of his being. He doesn't actively use powers. He simply is power in its purest, most fundamental form. The entire cosmic hierarchy of the Tenchi Mayo universe, with its lower dimensional realms, higher dimensional spaces, and transcendent planes of existence, all exists as nothing more than an expression of Kami Tenchi's existence. The only reason he doesn't rank higher is because he rarely demonstrates his power directly. His nature is so transcendent that he exists beyond the concept of using power in the first place. But in terms of the fundamental cosmic hierarchy, Kami Tenchi represents one of anime's purest expressions of the concept of an all-powerful creator deity. Coming in at number 4 is Mercurius from Dies Irae, a being who transcends the very concept of reality itself. Mercurius exists on a level so far beyond normal existence that concepts like omnipotence and infinity are meaningless to him. He exists in a realm where such concepts are nothing more than fleeting thoughts in an endless sea of possibilities. What makes Mercurius particularly broken is his true nature as the Hadu god of the throne of Mercury, existing in a state of eternal perfection outside all of creation. He can manipulate all of reality through his law acto state fabula, which allows him to define anything and everything according to his will. Concepts, dimensions, realities, possibilities, all of them are just aspects of his law that he can change as easily as we change clothes. Mercurius exists in a state of being where he has already experienced every possible outcome of every possible action across all possible timelines and universes. He knows everything that can, will, or could happen before it occurs. His transcendent nature allows him to exist outside the boundaries of any story or narrative, viewing all of existence as nothing more than a stage for his eternal play. The only beings that can challenge Mercurius are other Hadu gods who exist on the same conceptual level, but even among them, his understanding of the fundamental nature of reality puts him in a class of his own. His power is so absolute that the concept of defeating him is almost meaningless. He transcends such limited concepts entirely. Taking the third position is the creator from Tenchi Mayo, a being who exists even beyond Kami Tenchi in the cosmic hierarchy. While Kami Tenchi is the supreme being of the multiverse, the creator exists on a level beyond even that, as the sentient embodiment of the hyperdimensional superstructure that contains all possible multiverses, dimensions, and realities. The creator doesn't just transcend reality. Reality itself is merely a tiny fragment of the creator's being. This entity exists in a state where concepts like omnipotence are meaningless. The creator is beyond such limited ideas, existing in a state that transcends all definition, limitation, or comprehension. What makes the creator particularly broken is that it exists beyond all concepts of hierarchy. While most cosmologies have ordered layers of reality, the creator exists as the fundamental principle from which all layers, dimensions, and possibilities emerge. The entire infinite multiverse, with all its endless realities, higher dimensions, and transcendent beings, exists as nothing more than a fleeting thought within the creator's consciousness. The only reason the creator isn't higher on our list is because there are entities that exist on even more abstract meta levels, but in terms of pure transcendence beyond conventional reality, the creator represents one of anime's most extreme examples of an all-powerful cosmic entity. In second place, we have Yogairai Takatu from Instant Death, a character whose ability is so fundamentally broken that it transcends all conventional power scaling. Yogairai's power is simple yet absolute. He can instantly kill anything, regardless of its power, nature, abilities, or existence. This isn't just some high-level death magic. It's the fundamental conceptual ability to end anything instantly. What makes Yogairai particularly terrifying is that nothing is immune to his power. He has killed gods, concepts, immortal beings, reality warpers, higher dimensional entities, and even abstract conceptual beings. His power bypasses all forms of resistance, immortality, regeneration, or conceptual existence. When Yogairai decides something dies, it simply ceases to exist on all levels simultaneously. He has killed beings that exist outside of time, entities that transcend dimensions, and even concepts like death itself. The truly broken aspect of Yogairai's power is that it has no limits whatsoever. He doesn't need to understand what he's killing. He doesn't need special conditions, and there are no exceptions to what his power can affect. The only reason he isn't at number 1 is because there's one character whose meta-transcendent nature operates on an even more fundamental level, but in terms of pure, unfiltered conceptual hacks abilities, Yogairai represents the ultimate expression of a power that breaks all rules of fair play or balance. And finally, taking the number 1 spot is the truth from Full Metal Alchemist. A being so fundamentally transcendent that it exists as the embodiment of all reality, possibility, knowledge, and existence. While it might seem surprising to see this character at number 1, the truth exists on a level beyond any conventional power scaling. It is the fundamental principle from which all of reality emerges. The truth exists simultaneously as everything and nothing, as the universe itself and the void beyond it, as all knowledge and all ignorance. It exists beyond all concepts of power, transcending ideas like omnipotence or all-powerful, because it exists as the very source from which such concepts emerge in the first place. What makes the truth particularly transcendent is that it exists beyond all frameworks, hierarchies, or systems of reality. It doesn't exist within a multiverse or cosmos. It is the fundamental principle that allows any and all existence to be possible in the first place. The truth has demonstrated the ability to completely control all aspects of reality, manipulate the fundamental laws of the universe, and exists as the ultimate arbiter of all possibility. In the Full Metal Alchemist cosmology, the truth represents the ultimate expression of existence itself. It doesn't need to use power because it is power in its most fundamental, abstract form. No ability, concept, or force can truly challenge the truth because all abilities, concepts, and forces emerge from the truth itself. It is the ultimate meta-entity, the fundamental principle that allows the concept of existence to exist in the first place. In terms of pure conceptual transcendence, no anime character exists on a more fundamental level than the truth.